In Albert Bierstadt's painting, Bernese Alps as seen near Kusmach depicts nature as a huge force that man will have to overcome in order to prosper in the world. In the painting there are tall majestic mountains, animals grazing in the field, and people in the background. Throughout the painting, the misty and huge mountains, the house being much smaller compared to everything else in the painting, and man not caring about the animals, shows that man's attempt to exclude and entirely understand nature will never happen. Albert Bierstadt paints in the background a magnificent scene of Bernese Alps that are misty and hard to make out. Albert Bierstadt did this on purpose to show that the mountains are big and virtually unknown to most of the human race. This makes one wonder what could be over those mountains, but since they are too foggy and big, man cannot fully know what they will find on the other side of those mountains. Also, there are too many of those mountains for man to totally discover. It would be foolish for one man to try and cover and know all those mountains depicted in the painting. With the big mountains in the background, Albert Bierstadt is able to make everything smaller by comparison. The use of the small people in a house in the bottom right-hand corner shows that man may be able to survive in nature, but man will not be as powerful or big as nature. Nature is to man as mankind is to ants, in the sense that we are puny, and with one major destruction to man's accomplishments, nature will succeed and force us to accept it, and not try to overtake it. In the painting, people are living together in one tribe, and behind the people is a house, which compared to them is big, but the house compared to the mountains and the trees around it, it is very small. Nature is allowing people to live as long as they do not mistreat the land they are living on. With the mountains taking up most of the space in the background, and people with their home on the right, in the foreground there are animals eating grass and scattered all over the place, while man is sitting back on the only fence with his back turned to them, not paying any attention. Albert Bierstadt is trying to say that the only fence separating man from the animals is all he needs to make sure the wild animals do not come onto his land, ruin his crops, or harm his family. Man is keeping nature away from him so he doesn't have to deal with the problems they bring. Man tries to do his own thing and ignore nature so that he might succeed in what he is trying to accomplish. In this case, man is trying to survive on what they have, and they do not need wild animals wrecking their way of life. Albert Bierstadt uses many different objects and people in order to show that humans are not able to exclude or fully know what nature is. Using the people, the animals, and the mountains in the painting, he is able to display this theme of nature. This theme is still relevant in today's society because people still do not know what they will find if they go into the woods or into the oceans.